My name is Bridget Chavez. I have 3 kids. Before I came to housing, I was homeless for 8 months. So being on this program really helped me have some stability for my kids. Being here where I'm at now, definitely have not ever thought I was going to be here. In the place that I was, being homeless, it was tough. Didn't think that it was possible. This is like, and it sounds crazy, but it was like American dream having a home after being homeless with kids. It was tough. And then finally getting in there, I know my kids were happy when we first moved into this place, and we've been in here since 2017. It was like a dream come true having our own home.
Grand Junction is a housing first community, increasingly so every year. We're a city where our properties are in very high demand. People want to live in Grand Junction, and that can force out people who have less. So we recognize the need to step into that gap to support people to have housing. And so for us, we invest in housing as a community, both on the city level, but also churches and nonprofits, and almost always through the Housing Authority.
A housing authority is a local governmental entity that provides affordable housing for folks who can't afford it. That's frequently elderly, it's disabled, it's young families, it's veterans, it's people who are just struggling in this market to be able to find a decent place to live and to be able to afford the other essentials of life. From the beginning, it's been my strategy to always build quality, always maintain it well, design it with not only our residents in mind, but our neighbors.
The beauty about the Grand Junction Housing Authority, and especially Jody Cole's vision, is that, affordable housing doesn't have to be cheap housing. And I've always appreciated that. And the fact of the matter, if you go and look at the projects that we built for them, they're as quality as anything else that's out there.
The way that the Housing Authority operates in the community is somewhat distinctive, perhaps, from other communities and housing authorities, because we intentionally partner in this community with homeless service providers, with our social services network, with the Workforce Center.
So all of our residents have different demographics they come from and different situations that they are struggling or battling. And the Housing Authority, one thing I've always appreciated is that we do make that extra stride to go to them, to figure out, find that solution, to make it work for them, no matter what level they're at or where they came from.
Supportive services are such a crucial part of what our agency does. It's all about building relationship, and that connection to our residents is so important because we help them and provide services so that they can age in place with our older adults and find resources to keep stable housing for our families.
I think in my work, both in the city and in the residency training program, I trust the Housing Authority. There's this, decades of good stewardship, of leadership, of commitment to a vision that we've come to trust, and it's irreplaceable in our community.
I need help. I know where I can go. I know who I can call. I know who I can trust and depend on. And that is huge. You don't get that with everybody or every organization, So I'm very grateful for the Housing Authority. I wouldn't be where I'm at today without them.
This Housing Authority is almost like a family. It is a group of 60 people plus, 60 staff plus, who are passionate.
This doesn't happen without our staff. I'm not going to cry. We have an amazing team at the Housing Authority, and our staff make this place hum. And they work hard, and they're faced with a lot of challenges and a lot of celebrations, but we don't get to 50 years and we don't get to celebrate this without an amazing team of people.
We have been just quietly effective, serving now over 2,200 households in the Grand Valley. But at 50 years, That's a significant milestone. That's when we need to jump up and down and celebrate. And it's not just those of us who are here now, it's the whole history of staff and board members and community leaders and city council members and lenders and investors who have helped shape affordable housing in the Grand Valley. We didn't do this alone. And so it's important to celebrate this shared accomplishment, this shared achievement of helping our neighbors have a decent place to live that they can afford. It's just one of those basics. And it deserves celebrating. It deserves it deserves a pat on the back and a sincere thanks to all the people who've made this possible.
It's been quite a ride.
It has indeed.
What is the future of the housing authority like?
Good.